Okay, so let's take a look at all the parts of the awesome Brilliant Disguise from Tunnel of Love. Be sure to stick around to the end of the video, because at the end of the video I'll be playing through the whole song alongside a homemade backing track, and you'll see Tao scroll across the screen. Okay, so this song's in the key of A major, capo fret 2 for this one. Tempo is about 126 BPM. Let's take a look at the chords first. We've got a classic kind of Bruce G chord, so ring finger 3rd fret low E, pinky 3rd fret high E. So sometimes you play all of those, apart from the A string there, and sometimes he just plays that part of it without the high E string, especially for that main kind of riff that's very recognisable. Okay, and then we've also got a G add 9. Okay, so he's just putting his middle finger 2nd fret G. Okay, and now if you add your 1st finger on the 1st fret of the B, you can see him play this on the music video, the official music video. So this is a D7 sus4 over G. Sounds a lot more complicated than it actually is. So that main kind of riff are those 3 chords, which sounds amazing. Okay, and then we've also got a C chord, but with our pinky down. So pinky 3rd fret high E string, and then you just got your standard C major chord, 3rd finger 3rd fret A, middle finger 2nd fret D, 1st finger 1st fret B. Okay, so that's a normal C chord, and then you've also, in the kind of in the chorus, he's just leaving his 1st and pinky there, then putting his middle finger down on the 2nd fret of the A string. So that's a C sus2 over B. Again, it sounds more complicated. Does this kind of running bass line like that. So that's a C sus2 over B. And then you've got your D chords, so you've got a D5. I often play that in the kind of the verses. Middle finger 2nd fret G, pinky 3rd fret B. I'm blocking that high E string there. And you've got a normal D chord, 1st finger 2nd fret G, middle finger 2nd fret high E, 3rd finger 3rd fret B. And you also take your middle finger off, the E sus2 chord there. So it's fairly straightforward chords here, but sounds amazing. So years and years ago I did a video of this and I've realised I got it completely wrong, because it's definitely capo fret 2 for this album version. He does do VH1 Storytellers, and he doesn't do this chord, he just does a G sus4. So again, loads of different versions of this, and he also did a Howard Stern performance where he plays it in A, so without the capo, so slightly different voicings there. So let's take a look at the intro first. So the intro, you've got 2 bars of drums, and then you've got this classic 2-bar riff. So all downstrokes and all 8th notes. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So what you do is you start off with 3 Gs and accenting on the 1 and the and of 2. So 1 and 2 and 3 and. So hitting it slightly harder on the 1 and the and of 2. 1st and 4th strums. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you go G for 3 strums, G add 9, put your 1st finger down, and then take those 2 off. So again, mimicking that kind of synth riff on the guitar. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And that's a brilliant riff, very simple, but sounds great. So that 2-bar riff you do twice in the intro, and now we're on to the 1st verse. So the 1st verse, you got that 2-bar riff 3 times. You get nice rhythm. And D5 with the accents as well. 1 and 2 and 3 and for 2 bars. And all the verses are done twice apart from the 4th verse. So those 8 bars are done twice in the 1st verse, 2nd verse and 3rd verse, and the 4th verse does those 2 bars 3 times as normal. 1, 2, then 1 bar of D5 before the outro. Of course, that's all the verses. Let's take a look at the choruses. So the choruses are pretty much all the same. The 2nd chorus, just 1 round of the last 2 bars instead of 2 rounds. So that 2nd chorus is 1 round of those 2-bar phrase rather than 2, okay? So the chorus, again all downstrokes, E minor to G. Again Again, in the same accent pattern, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and C to G, and it's done twice. E minor, G, C, G, get that accent. Then E minor, G, 1 and 2 and then D, E minor, and the C for a whole bar, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Drop that middle finger for the C sus2 over B, and then D5, and then back to your riff. Do it twice for the first chorus, and the third chorus but only once in the second chorus. Cool, so that's all the 3 choruses. And now I'm going to take a look at the middle 8. Really nice. So you've got D major, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and I think I can hear him taking his middle finger off that D sus2 just for the first strum of the second bar. So 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and then 1 and 2 and 3. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and the second bar. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 bars of G, 2 bars of C, 2 bars of G, D major, D sus2 to D, C, 2 bars, G major, D major. Cool, so nice and simple. And now we've got the outro. So the outro is basically just that 2-bar riff 8 times. And the idea with that is kind of getting the bass and treble. You want the accents to get that. So you can hear that melody. You don't want to go, if that kind of makes sense. So it's getting that kind of the accents. Maybe hit it harder on these strings. 1 and 2 and 3. And the rest of the notes you can hit more bassy strings. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2. Yeah, so that 2-bar phrase 8 times and then finish on the G. So that's all the parts. Again, just the acoustic parts today. I have tabbed out 2 other parts for this. The electric guitar, which I think is in standard tuning, and that really awesome lead guitar with a bit of modulation on it. So if you do get any of the tabs, either in PDF format or Guitar Pro, if you have that format, have that program from the online stores, that's the jsmusicschool.co.uk website, go on the Bruce store there. You'll get all 3 parts. If you're a subscribe star using your codes, again, you'll get all 3 parts there, whether it's a PDF or Guitar Pro, and don't forget you can get the backing track on the website. Any questions about any of that stuff, feel free to message me. Thanks for all your support. Really hope you've enjoyed the video. It's just an absolute classic from very underrated album. If you've enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe and help that channel, and hit the bell icon for notifications. And I'll see you next time. Cheers. Bye. If you'd like to get Guitar Pro files, tab PDFs, backing tracks from any of these tutorials, head over to either the Subscribe Start page or my website, jsmusicschool.co.uk. Remember to subscribe and hit that bell icon for notifications. Thanks very much, see you on the next one.